timer has started.
Yeah.
How do we start this? So
Can we
yeah,
talk about Spider-Man?
We need to talk about Spider-Man. That's the only thing that matters.
you know, I mean,
And Black Panther. That's the two things that matter.
there's a lot that happened during the fucking Oscars. Let's be fair here.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of really good awards, and then there's a really, really, really bad award. You know, let's take the what's the fucking word?
Go for the good or for the bad.
I guess we can start with the good because I think the bad's going to take us a while to get through.
Yeah.
All right. So good things for anyone who didn't watch the Oscars or didn't read Twitter or lives under a rock. You know, Spider-Man won Best Animated Movie and fucking took that title from Disney for the first time since 2006. So
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna clap for that. Love Spider-Man. It's a really good movie. Fucking, you know, Black Panther won, what was it, 2 Oscars?
Yeah, 2.
Hell yeah.
And both very well-deserved Oscars. I mean, should have won 3.
Which one was it? It was costume design.
It was Best Costume Design and... Hold on.
Oh, shit. Oh, I should know this. Hang on.
We talked about it last podcast, too.
We did.
It won 3 Oscars. Best Costume Design, Original Music Score, and Production Design.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it won Best Original Music Score, but I'm really happy about that.
That was probably after we stopped streaming.
Probably, yeah.
Because we were reading them live as I up, so.
Yeah, well, my Twitch just disconnected for some reason.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's still going on my side, so.
Yeah. Yeah, what were y'all discussing now?
We were discussing Black Panther winning 3 Oscars, Spider-Man winning an Oscar, and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
We'll get to the elephant in the room in a minute. What other good stuff happened at the Oscars, guys? Like, in your opinion?
Green Book won Best Picture.
Okay, that's the elephant in the room. Would you say that's a good thing?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Discord's like,
you okay, Dev?
no, yeah, I have no idea why Discord is acting so strange. I think it's because they know that I'm about to give my opinions. Alright, yeah, like, please, let's keep GiD in its original image.
Well,
are we good?
Yeah, you sound fine at the moment.
Yeah,
If you cut out, I'll let you know.
Hey Pierre, you want to come out here? All right, let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess like, so we're just discussing what, like, the Oscars and stuff, like the good things and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like Mahershala Ali won an Oscar.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does. For the movie, I can't say. Regina King finally, you know, career actress right there from 227. If Beale Street could talk. Spike Lee finally getting an Oscar. Despite
God.
Like, yeah, like, you know, it's just, I guess, you know, they were like, all right, we've had enough with the Tarantino, so let's get the less palatable and more uppity version to, you know, grace us.
Also, Black Klansman writing the screenplay.
Yeah, that's what Spike Lee won the.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy though that he that's what it had to be like his first Oscar, but also like the reaction of Samuel L. Jackson's giving the Oscar first to Spike Lee versus like for Green Book, I believe. Like, but yeah,
should we hit the elephant in the room?
That Green Book, shouldn't win an Oscar, but also the fact that, like, how the fuck is Dr. Shirley? Wait, how is Mahershala Ali winning a Best Supporting Actor in a movie that's about him?
Yeah.
Right.
Can you explain that to me? That would be like if fucking we're making a movie about me, and fucking the person who plays me gets a best supporting actor role in a movie that's about the story of me and Angelo, and Angelo is like the main character somehow.
Somehow, right?
Well, that you know, I think you're starting to get what's going on here, Jay.
Like, also, it's just like Green Book wasn't good, and the only reason why like it was even getting pumped up in the first place is because it's just like, well, I mean, you know, honestly, if it like the people who liked it would have liked it a decade ago, but it's also just like, it's just one of those, it's just a movie for like, you know, white people who feel like, you know, like, hey, like, you know, folks are getting along, you know, just like if this was made 10 years ago, they just would have cut the footage of Obama winning the election and just had like some weird captions like, yeah, you know, like that was then, but this is now, and we're post-racial, and you know, like it's just like, I'm just glad all that racism is behind us.
Yep.
Like, yeah, like
that's if we've probably actually talked about this on a podcast before, but Green Book is the white savior's dream movie, essentially.
Yeah.
It's a movie about the cab driver. Realistically, it's not a movie about the person who the movie's about.
Yeah. Like, how is the supporting actor the person the biopic's about?
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
It's like, it's such a fucking, it's such a tone deaf win.
It's just not about the jazz musician doctor, but just the fucking randomly selected insignificant white driver.
Yeah.
And you continue, Dev, and then
if you want an analogy of how Dr. Shirley had to be that spectacular just to get a biopic about him, and the white dude just had to be a driver. That, if you want an idea of what it's like just like having to be so good just so like your white counterparts can just be there. But honestly, I don't know, it's like the Oscars is kind of like always been bullshit. Most of the award seasons are kind of like bogus. I mean, like, it's like, the thing that sucks about it is that it's because of how it's treated in the industry, it can never really go away. But I think in regards to just like black representation at the Oscars, it's kind of just like, I think it's needed, but I feel like it's just something like, it doesn't really take much away from how I view movies. Like, I think the thing is, it's like, I think it's good for contract negotiations, but I don't think it should be what you base your taste in music, like in music or movies or whatever, because it's like, and some of those things don't deserve to win. And honestly, awards, like award shows and like the whole thing in itself is pretty fucking divisive. Like, even though like it would mean that Green Book would get an Oscar, I kind of wish that like everyone who's in the category just wins.
No,
just because it's like it's like that with music too. Like, it's like any other awards, is because it's like there's a case to be made by someone that this movie should win movie of the year, and then it's just like the whole thing with The Shape of Water. Like, for what could have been a movie about like, oh, like, yeah, you know, it's interesting, but because to some people, you know, it won, I think, over like Hidden Figures or something like that. Now it's just like, oh, you telling me that with also the movie about some woman fucking a fish, like, and now that's what that, like, for Still Alive, that's what the movie is known for now. The lady who fucks a fish, and Octavia Spencer.
Yep.
That's what you know about that movie. Octavia Spencer's in it, and a woman fucks a fish. So,
I mean,
like,
isn't that all you kind of need?
I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not, because of like the circulation, I don't know. And I don't, like, it's like, I know that there's more to the movie, but to a lot of people, that's it. Woman fucks fish, and it won an Oscar. Like that. And I guess you could probably say the same thing about Green Book too. It's just like, there probably are things that are good about the movie, like, or more so like, oh, like, you know, like to appreciate like Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen's like chemistry in like acting or whatever, but it's like, but that doesn't matter, you know, like it becomes bigger than that or whatever. Like it's the same thing with Bohemian Rhapsody. Like
Yeah.
the editing is something, but also Bryan Singer's a rapist.
Yeah.
So and it's like that's and so it's like and like seeing how people like kind of, you know, like make the agendas like, you know, kind of navigate, because then it becomes, well, like I don't know, like Bryan Singer's kind of fucked up, but I do want, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody to win the awards or whatever, or like or Rami Malek to get the awards, or like the Green Book is a shitty, it doesn't deserve anything, but Mahershala Ali deserves an Oscar. You know, so it's just like it's always kind of like those things. And then, or even like for Black Panther, like it's like some people will feel like, oh, like Black Panther was good, but it wasn't that good. So it all depends, but that, you know, but I feel like they do that shit on purpose.
Yeah. It's the fucking Oscars especially are all like weirdly, it's all like, hey, who has the most money to get this up there first, and then like if the fucking actors who are voting even watch the movies to begin with. When your voting populace happens to be a bunch of like, a lot of actors tend to be white and tend to be out of touch. It doesn't surprise me that like they would see Green Book as the best picture of the year without thinking, what's wrong with this movie? Because they probably see themselves in the movie.
It's also too like, just like from an entry level, like it's also how like the categories are done too. Like the thing is that actors vote on who's best actor, which is why if you notice some categories are more diverse than others, it's usually because like they have more Black actors in that category. But whereas like best film is like best is usually more like producer, executive producers.
That just makes it
like,
worse.
So yeah, like screenwriters are like writers, and so it's just like the categories that maybe aren't as like inclusive or whatever. You can it usually shows in both the nominations and like who gets selected.
Yeah.
But also too, like especially as someone who's like been like seeing a lot of who was like went to go see like a lot of movies over the past year, like sometimes the best movie that of the year might not have, like it's interesting seeing how like movies run in circulation.
Yeah. Like
some movies, like Blind Spotting is a movie that I really wish that I got to see in theaters, and I've heard like good things about, but like it got no awards. Widows was good too, but it's like some of those movies are only like in theaters for like a week or two, whereas like you can still probably go see Aquaman right now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings up a whole different set of like, what are movies at this point? Like, what's a critic? Like, what are critics watching and voting for versus like what the industry is watching and voting for, and what the fucking consumers are watching and voting for?
Yeah.
Like, it's very obvious. Like, it's very interesting to me that like Black Panther is Marvel's first movie to win any Oscars, but it's also not surprising at the same time. But we can't deny that the Marvel movies especially are so fucking popular that it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if it was like done on a watcher standpoint or like view or something, there would be a lot of different wins for better or worse.
Yeah.
I was about to say Final Fantasy. Fast and Furious wins 40,000 Oscars. Final Fantasy. Fuck.
You're really feeling Final Fantasy today, man.
I keep saying Final Fantasy because much like Fast and Furious, it has like 18 installations. But Fast and Furious 17 wins every Oscar. It's that popular.
Best costume design.
It's just fucking Vin Diesel in a fucking wife beater.
Tornado and has a gunfight with a World War I fighter jet in the tornado.
So like you just see fucking Optimus Prime about to like launch at Megatron, and then like you see Optimus Prime opens his mouth, and then Vin Diesel is just jumping out of it in a fucking like Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
He's
dual wielding two M249.
Yeah.
Saws. And meanwhile, he's not holding the steering wheel. He's like literally out of the sunroof of the Chevy. Do Chevys have sunroofs? Who cares? He made a sunroof. He's
doing that in space.
He fucking shoots out a sunroof of a Chevy with the M249s, and then whilst dual wielding M249s, drives into a volcano to shoot a Decepticon.
Yeah, and it's like the Allspark is like in the engine of the car.
Yeah,
So good.
Yeah.
you're welcome, movie industry.
Yeah, you pay Angelo $1 million for that idea. We're gonna fucking find
Yeah.
you. We'll find you.
Please.
There are lawyers who will sue
If
us
I
for even
watch
trying.
if I watch Fast and Furious 17 and I see Optimus Prime, I'll know, and I'll want my money.
All
And that doesn't mean you
$5.
can put it on Final. Fuck it. You know what? Yeah, sure. If you put in Final Fantasy 17, I'll know too.
This is award season, number 2.
Yeah.
But I guess like overall, just to like sum this up, it makes sense that like certain things won, certain things didn't, and whether it really matters or not, I guess like I'm still gonna watch the movies I'm gonna watch. I don't really care what won an Oscar or not. Like I like that certain things won Oscars. Like I think Black Panther deserved the wins it got. 100%. I love that Spider-Man won just to take a blow to Disney. Well, not just to take a blow to Disney, also because I fucking love Spider-Man, but like, you know, that's a blow to Disney that Disney cares about. We may not care as much, but Disney definitely cares about that loss.
It beat The Incredibles too.
Yeah,
Like,
which is a big deal, you know? So like, there's definitely important stuff that comes out of award season like this.
I mean, it's all industry shit. Like it's just like the Grammys.
Yeah. So, you know, I just wish Green Book didn't win.
Yeah.
For
I don't know. Like I'm gonna be honest. It's like I remember I was doing something and I heard like, and I was like hearing like a lot of this, like just overhearing discussion. I was like, I don't know, like kind of sus. And then like she was just like, and she also mentioned that she liked the Green Book, and I was just like, oh no. I was like,
Abort.
yeah, it was like because it was like, yeah, it was like some shit I was working on, but it was like so, like black people discussing. They said that they were fucking with the Green Book, and I was just like, are you sure? Like, really? I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
It's like, okay, if you say so.
I do hope that this like translates into more positive stuff in the future, though, like more diversity, because I feel like there are people who do watch that and have some of this translate to more diversity, but we'll see if that actually happens or not, you know?
Also, shout outs to Billy Porter.
Yes, that's so good. Like,
yeah, shit was fire.
Jay and Angelo, do you know what we're talking about?
Nope.
Billy Porter? Let me show you. Hold on.
From Pose. No, he's been like killing it on the red carpet.
100%. So good.
Got the drip for sure.
Here, I'll just send an image in the chat. You've definitely seen the image on social media at this point. Like, I can understand not putting a name to a face, but you've probably seen the image at this point because it's that, like, I sent it to the management chat.
I love it. Oh god, yes, yeah. I saw the outfit and I love it.
So good, right?
That's awesome.
I just forgot their name. Okay, never mind.
But
I know the history and everything behind the dress too, so.
Yeah, same. Shit is dope.
It really is.
I love it. That's what makes me live on the inside as a queer black person. That right there. That what makes me live. That's that good shit.
All right, guys.
Jaws, or like any thoughts on the Grammys?
I don't remember who won anything. I think that's.
I wonder what that says.
I wasn't really paying attention to Grammy season.
Okay. Well, first I think like
I'm going through the list right now, but continue.
Like the album, I feel like the album of the year, like what much I was talking about, like with like the whole like album of the year shit. Like it's always what happens, like because I'm you know like super unpopular opinion.
Go ahead, yo.
I don't think that Cardi should have won Best Rap Grammy for Invasion of Privacy. Or more, no, actually, scratch that. I would have preferred that Pusha T won for Best Rap Grammy because I feel that Cardi B should have won for best album of the year for Invasion of Privacy. Let me preface that because it's like this is that she shouldn't have won. It's like, no, that's really not what I mean. What I really mean is I would have preferred it that Push won for Daytona and best rap album. So and Cardi win for best album of the year. And just because it's not like on some like, and it's not because I don't think that Cardi can rap, but because I feel like Pusha's Pusha T's success with Daytona was for the most part within the genre, which is not a bad thing because it's the top genre. But Cardi's album was big beyond the genre. Like it was a everywhere type of album. Like everybody knows who Cardi B is, and so because I saw like a lot of people making that like that fucking like weird like no, it's not real rap. Like no, like that's stupid. I would prefer that. Especially because I don't like, and then it was just like it's like the same shit that happens when Beck won in 2015, and it was just like, who, like what, like who is this? Like they like it's just like that always. Like it's just like, yeah, it's just like no one really knew who these people are, and it's just kind of like it's just like the same shit as usual, where it's just like white people kind of just like your white counterparts kind of just have to show up. Versus like having like a really good album. Like even if Cardi did, like that's the thing, there's like other good like fuck Scorpion was a good album. Like that album was like both like Scorpion was big. Like Scorpion was a big, well received album. Like Drake has been on the charts last year, independent of what you think of this man. Big, like it was a big album, most successful. And so like, which is why when he said that fucking when he was trying to say that the Grammys are kind of bullshit or whatever, they kind of took him off the stage. But Future got an Oscar for King's Dead. Like I thought that was really good, like because like Black Panther's just like really good album, but
it earned it,
like, yeah, but it's just like, honestly, Future should have got a Grammy for just the runoff of 2015. Like, do y'all remember the albums he put? Like, do y'all remember Future's like 2015 run?
I remember hearing about it. Of course, I didn't.
Jay, what about you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Devin.
It's like
I felt the disappointment there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, regardless, it was a very monumental run sonically, and so it's just like to get a Grammy, like because at the end of the day, it's just like it's not really about like it's not about the whether or not it's going to make me listen to it again, but I know that for them in the industry, it's going to allow them to ask for more on their contracts, ask for better billing, and make sure that they get what is owed to them. So like I feel like on that's why I think it's a big deal. But in regards to me personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal. This Is America won Song of the Year.
Yep, I remember getting a notification for that. That
was really good. So yeah, it was just like I think like the award season I think is kind of just like it was more so I think even though like it was kind of bogus with what happened with Green Book, I feel like that wasn't enough to really sour my taste on what happened at the Grammys, and just like everything that happened at the Oscars. I think it was kind of like like the typical shit, but I think it was it's just good to see, especially just with hip hop becoming the #1 genre, seeing the artists that you see kind of getting a semblance of their recognition. Also another thing, Pharrell won for best producer. I mean, I kind of like agree. Like it's like I guess it's good. I think even though again because it's about the music, not about the people, I think Kanye should have won. I feel like but in my opinion, the person who should have won that's not on that list is Take Keith. Take Keith should have won. If they were, in my opinion, he should have been on there. But overall, the award season was pretty mild. Like I guess it was just like it was good. I liked it.
Anything else before we end this topic?
I'm good.
All right. Well, then we'll call this topic done.